made one bad decision at 19!
Two bad decisions!
Hi everybody, welcome back to Two Bad Decisions. I'm Laura.
And I'm Han, and today we decided that we would just catch up a little bit and talk about some of our resolutions for this year. It's like it's almost the end of January, but you're like same shit, it's fine. But first I think we should fit check.
Ooh. Okay, so first I got on like a thrifting kick lately. And I have 2 bags of clothes to donate, so I'm not just like over consuming, I promise.
Amazing.
I just wanted to get rid of a lot of stuff. But I got a bunch of those like cardigan things. Like, I don't really know if that's what they're called, but where they have buttons in the middle. Because I saw, I believe Emma Chamberlain wear one, and that's all I want to wear from now on. But I got this Calvin Klein. I know it doesn't look Calvin Klein. It says it right here. You can't really see it. This was like $1.50.
So good. You did such a good thrift haul.
I had a really
you got a lot of things.
And there were a couple things like, since you can't try it on, obviously, because we're like in a Pandora.
Yeah, in a panoramic,
PEMDAS.
I ran out, brain empty. I have no more, but
I couldn't think of anything. But the jeans didn't fit the way I wanted them to. So I'm just like, the good thing about buying things really cheap is you can just donate it back.
Yeah, that's like, nice.
Jeans
are hard, dude. They're so hard to find, the good ones.
I got this, like, I don't normally go to Goodwills anymore because I thought it was just the one in like my area or like close to where I live, which is on like 20, which is like, I don't know, like it's literally right out of my development. Not the Goodwill, but the street it's on. And that one, the prices were crazy. And I was like, well, crazy for a thrift store. Yeah. And I was like, maybe it's just that one. Like, it's not one of the good Goodwills. But I went to the one that's like a little further out, like 25 minutes. And it's also like the prices are crazy. So I've decided I'm a Salvation Army girl.
Amazing. I don't think there is one near me. Maybe I don't really thrift that much, so I wouldn't know. But there's a Savers near me, and I don't know if the prices are high, but I do know like people like will go there when they know it's being restocked with like new things. That's and smart. They take all of like the good, quote unquote good things. So then it's just kind of empty for like the rest of that time because people take it like the first day.
How do they know when it's being restocked?
I don't know. I guess there's like once a month they do that. And then I just hear that people go in there, rate it, and then it's just like left with all the crappy things.
Oh, that's
so it's kind of sucky. Yeah.
I try really hard not to like overconsume. Or if I know I'm like donating a bunch of things and need to like replenish my closet, I'll like do that. But I also made this chain necklace.
Yay!
And I put like little, you can't really see it. They're butterflies, and there are a couple of hearts on there.
So cute.
And I really like it.
They're just so cute.
But yeah, that's my fit check. Han, what do you got?
Okay, I have been also crafty, and I've been really into making rings for like maybe over a month now. And so I have my rings on. I made all of them, and basically the other day I dyed half my hair purple. So
it looks amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it was like really bad the first time, and it's still kind of bad, but the purple I read online like the purple didn't stick for a lot of people, so I'm happy with like the pigment that I did get, but and it gives the same effect of like half this, half that. And so I made my rings like that. So on my pink side, I'm wearing my pink ring and also my Lore ring. It has an L for Lore. And yeah, because we're married.
Engaged, actually.
Oh yeah, we're engaged currently. And then on my purple side, I have my purple ring. It's on my pinky, and I have it's like a silver flower. And yeah, that's kind of all I got to offer. I was just really excited. I was like, that is so smart of me.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, that's my
favorite. I love you having half and half hair. I'm really jealous of your cool hair. The podcast never got to see mine.
I know, so sad. We weren't like doing a podcast video.
They didn't like a post.
It was on our Instagram. Yeah. I think I told Laura the other day that I think like the universe just like doesn't want us to have dyed hair, like colored hair at the same time.
Too much good energy, too much powerful
Yeah,
energy.
too much power, so I just can't handle
It
it.
makes me sad though, because I would love to have pink hair with you. But if I do it, my hair will fall out. Growth check real quick from where I've
Growth
tried it.
check.
The ends, like the really light part,
Uh-huh.
just starts like here is what was left because I had to dye it from like blonde to like as dark as I could get it. And the ends, even after I got it like professional help, they're a little lighter, which I'm okay with. It's kind of sick. I can't have like one color hair or I get
No,
frustrated.
yeah, I like it. You can see it a little bit.
But it's the dark part is like all the growth that's happened. And
Amazing.
I fried it right before like days before my birthday. So it's been
Okay.
it's been a couple months, but I feel like that's a good amount of growth.
That's a lot. No, yeah. Amazing. Yeah, my roots are like back. They're coming.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm waiting a little bit longer to like fix them again because I don't want to go too crazy with like how I'm dyeing my hair. But I'm thinking, so the next colors I want to do either red or green. But I think I'm gonna go red and then green last because that feels like the darkest.
Yeah. I think everyone always said like red like never came out. Red came out of my hair so easily.
Okay, yeah.
Did you have a similar experience? Because I know you had your ends red at one point, didn't you? Or were you blue? You were blue.
I had blue. It faded real ugly, but yeah, but like the color strip whatever thing that I used worked really well. So I'm not really that worried about it because it was like a really dark pink and it got it all out. So
Amazing.
yeah, I was happy with that. The other thing that I want to update on is I moved my desk in my room, so now I'm like in a corner, and I started moving. I think I talked about how I wanted to mix like my big posters with my little pictures. So I've been starting to do that. I started yesterday, and Mariel got me this poster of the Stuart Little family for Christmas, and I finally put it up, and I put it right near my head so I could look at it. And now it's up, and I'm really excited. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Mariel. And I'm not done with my wall yet, but the progress has begun.
Yeah, I finished my wall back there finally.
Yeah.
I'm so upset by how crooked because I was gonna like do like half of the wall or like a little bit more than half and then do like records and like butterflies and stuff. But I didn't like how it looked. And I'd also never finished it. And I also like it cost like $50 to finish. Well, it shouldn't have. But it was because I'm really bad at estimating. Math was never like math and science were probably my worst subjects, but like
Me too.
I'm just really bad at estimating. If you ask me how many people are in a room, I can't tell you. If the number is over 30, I can't tell you.
Me too. Oh my God, I'm awful.
I can estimate around 20, and that is the extent of my abilities.
No,
So I
yeah.
looked at the strip, which was just 4, and it was about 60 pictures, but I remembered I ordered 100, and like I didn't end up liking some of them came out blurry. And I was like, well, there's about room for 3 more of that 4-size strip. Therefore, I should order 300. And I did, and I have so many extra, and I don't understand how math failed me on that one.
No,
one could explain to me how it failed me.
I was wondering why you got 300 pictures. I probably would have gotten like the most 100, maybe 150 if I was feeling like I wanted to have like room for like throwing away some of them. But yeah, you said 300 and I was like, okay.
Wait, 50 would have only covered like...
No, 150.
Oh, 150. Yeah, and that's probably how many I needed. Because I have like at least 100 photos left over. So you're probably right on that one. And
That's
like,
so funny.
Like, I love it. I'm glad I had extras because now I collage with them. I'm gonna like look at my journal.
I love collaging. Oh my God, guys, if you like to collage, Hannah did this with her boyfriend Colin, and they like went to Half Price Books because they sell magazines there, and they just like got a bunch and they collaged with it, and it was so good. And so I copied them, and I got a bunch of magazines, and I literally spent like $8 and I got a bunch because they're all like $1 or $2, so you can just go ham. But yeah, if you like collaging, go do that.
Yeah, I might do it eventually, but right now I also have a lot of pictures of like people that I wanted on my wall. specifically hot people, because I just want to look at them all day, every day. And I had ordered, if there was like someone in particular I really wanted on my wall, I ordered multiples of them in case a couple turned out blurry.
Mhm.
And there was Naya Rivera. I just like how she looks, and I want her on my wall.
I love her.
But I ordered a bunch of her, but they all turned out clear. So now I just have like way too many pictures of Naya Rivera.
Aw,
Like,
I love her.
like to the point where I'm like, I didn't stan her. I don't like stan her, I guess. Like I didn't actively follow her.
Mhm.
I like followed her account because I thought she was pretty.
Mhm.
But I'm like, I can't reason having this
This
many.
many, yeah. I love her. I also did not actively stan her, but I watched all of Glee and she was my favorite. And then I cried. I just was so sad hearing about what happened to her over the summer.
Yeah. I started watching Glee after Corey, Naya, and died. Wait,
Yeah.
I need to say something. Heather Morrison, is that her name?
Oh my, yes,
She's
that is her.
so tone deaf on everything she speaks on.
Yes, and she was like,
Everything.
what was that tweet that she was like?
I think about, she lives in my brain because I think I don't think playing her character was hard for her because she is so goddamn stupid.
Yeah.
That woman she has rocks in her brain.
They're just like really
Genuinely.
clattering around in there. Also, the slander that I absolutely welcome without giving a is Leah Michelle slander.
Leah Michelle slander.
I cannot. Okay, my favorite. Okay, if anyone like, if you just like want to indulge in some Leah Michelle slander, there's this wonderful clip from like a pod, like who does a podcast?
Oh, yeah,
It's
that was so good.
I can't remember. Sorry, I don't know any of their names, but there's a podcast clip where they had like another Glee cast member on as a guest, and it's just them like dying laughing over this memory of Leah Michelle, like when they were on a plane together. There was like turbulence and Leah Michelle goes flying across the aisle like of the plane, and it's just them, like crying laughing at the idea of her just like falling. And it's one of my favorite
swear
things.
that was Chris Colfer.
It was Chris Colfer, and I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong names, but like, yeah, it's just like my favorite clip of one of my favorite clips of anything. I just like love how they just absolutely died for her falling in front of everyone on the plane. And I can just see the mental image of Leah Michelle flying through a plane, and I just think that's really fun.
And the way I know, she thought they were laughing with her.
No, they were laughing
not
at her. I want to see the group chats. I would love to see the group chats. I know they talk shit about her.
I know that they had to not include Jonathan Groff or Darren Criss. Like, they're not in it either because they're both active friends with Leah Michelle, I believe.
Yeah.
And I like both of them. But
Me
like,
too. It's their one flaw though.
yeah, I'm like, your flaw is that I absolutely adore Darren Criss as a person. I look at his Instagram all the time because he seems very like genuine and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, why are we still singing with Leah Michelle? Like,
you know what it is? I think there are a lot of like, I'm thinking about popular girls in high school, and there were certain ones where like nobody liked them, but if they liked you just like, I don't know, like they were like forgivable for some reason, even though you like know in your head that they're incredibly toxic. And I think that like Leah Michelle took a liking to both Darren Criss and Jonathan Groff. And then it was like kind of like that popular girl thing where they were just like,
yeah,
but she's nice to me, you know?
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And there's this video of Jonathan Groff that lives in my head where what's her name? She interviews a lot of like Broadway stars, and one of my favorite interviews she did was with the cast of Falsettos. Mm-hmm. And her things called like Side by Side.
Okay.
Or something like that. And she was with Jonathan Groff. Like, she had Thanksgiving dinner with the cast of Falsettos, which was so funny.
That's so fun.
Then she like goes places with them. Oh my God, I can't remember her name. But she went to Jonathan Groff's like farm with him. I guess he has like livestock. And there was this video and the camera like pans to like this lone goat. And she goes, oh, what's their name? And he goes, Leah Michelle. And then there's this other clip, and he's like smiling, and he's like, I regret to inform everyone that Leah Michelle, the goat, has passed on. And they, like, stitch the videos together. And the way he says, oh, that's Leah Michelle is like so...
I think I've seen that. I did not know that was
that to you.
I didn't know that was like the context of that. That's so funny. Amazing.
But I often think about how I'm pretty sure that Leah Michelle's friends dislike her on like at least a level. You know, like,
I get it.
He took too much joy in saying, wait,
so
what's
funny.
that?
Amazing.
But that lives in my brain. I think that's the funniest thing that's happened ever, just in the history of ever.
Wonderful. Glee is such a trip, you know? But yeah, happy with that. Would you like to start us off with a resolution?
I would. That was some wonderful Glee discourse. I am always open to Glee discourse.
Oh yeah.
My favorite kind.
And we're kind of like on the same level of liking it, you know? Like we're not, neither of us are like insane fans of it, but also it's not bad, you know?
I like watching the compilations, I think, more than I like watching the episodes.
Glee out of context. Because like even when you do have the context in Glee, it's still absurd. So seeing it even more out of context is great.
I think one of my favorite out of context clips is if Finn and Rachel are, it's like right before they get engaged. And Rachel goes, let's get married. And Finn goes, I have gym.
Amazing.
I love that one.
Amazing.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pick one that like, okay. I'm gonna start with these two because they're not the first in the lineup. I guess they're not like resolutions. They're just like they are, but they're like, just read it. I'm not making sense. So, one of mine, these were just like get better things. Get better at not laughing at things I'm offended at. Like I think we've talked about that on the podcast where people have said things that like gravely offended me and I laugh.
And you just laugh. Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable and I laugh. And I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to stop doing that.
Amazing. Yeah. One of mine is, I mean, I've already been working on this, but it's just a thing I want to continue working on is just being more honest when things bother me. I tend to let them just like marinate and then I get really resentful. And I think that's like what went wrong in one of my relationships. So I'm trying to just be on with everyone in my life, really. So whenever something bothers me, right now I have this like really slow reaction time. So I tend to like say what I got upset about, but it's like months down the line or something. Because it's like finally gotten to the point where I need to talk about it. And I've been shortening my reaction time. So now it's like within like a few days that like something bothers me, I probably tell the person and try to be honest about it. So that's one of mine that's what I'm working on.
It's so good. I have a similar problem, but it's more like it takes me months to decide how I feel about it.
I have that too. I'm just like indecisive about how I feel about things that are not black and white.
Me too. I also wrote, this is like, I think this is my only other get better one. Get better at saying no with like no nuance. Like I always explain, like, I'm like, no, because I just want to be able to be like, no, I don't want to do that. No, thank you.
Amazing. Yeah. Let's just stop doing things that we don't want to do.
And I don't say no to a lot of things. Like I like having new experiences. But there are things that I've like done and then just not wanted to do again. I'm like, you could just say, no, I don't want to do that again.
Amazing. Like, yeah, that's a good one. One of my other ones is, okay. I've been trying not to say ballsy to describe people being brave. And then also stop using like, usually will be like, oh yeah, resting bitch face. Like, why are we like enough? Like, it's like, I'm a little old for that now. And I mostly have a problem with saying ballsy. Like, why can't I just say gutsy or something like that? It just like, it's just something that would be easy to grow out of if I just put the effort in. So that's why it's one of my resolutions.
Amazing. I think like changing the language you use is such like a hard thing to do.
It is hard,
but, like,
yeah.
I love hearing people like grow out of their language, if that makes sense. That's one of my favorite things, like watching people actively, like, when people first like start introducing themselves with their pronouns and they're like, you can hear them like struggling through it, but it's like really sweet because it's like
It's
I don't know.
nice. It's nice
I
to see
just
people
love
put the
hearing people
effort.
change their language. Oh, this is my like writing goals. I'm gonna say publish at least 12 new pieces. Because
Ooh,
that's one a
yay.
month. I can do one a month.
Yeah, you can. Amazing. Oh, have you talked about lithium yet? I don't think you have. Not here.
I can't tell if I
Or
did.
I don't think you have.
Everything's a blur. I am now staff at Lithium's online magazine,
Woo!
and I write for them, which I'm very excited about.
Yay.
And I just finished my first piece. I have to like go through it because I wrote it in second person because I like that's how it started, and I absolutely dread reading things in second person. That is my least favorite thing to do.
Really?
But
It has to
yeah,
be
and
done correctly.
I actively went through. There was this only one paragraph that I hadn't, and I moved it from the front to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm gonna change this all to you and see how it sounds. Hate it, hate it. I will be changing it back to first person.
Okay.
But it was
What's it
the way I
about?
was trying to like frame it, like as almost like an open letter, and now I
Mhm.
hate it.
What's it
So I will be
about?
editing that. Okay, so I wrote it about like observing like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, I guess. Like the like adult issues, quote unquote, watching
Mm-hmm.
like my parents fight and then it leading to like a divorce, but they would fight at parties. And then like this woman in our neighborhood who would throw the annual block party, but then like, she came out of remission and slowly those
Mm-hmm.
parties stopped and I stopped recognizing my neighbors' faces and like
Mm.
I don't know. The theme this month was party. Yeah, I just wanted to like, I guess a lot of their articles are like, like anticipated they would be about like COVID and stuff like that. And their example article from the New York Times I was like, I don't want to write something that like, at the risk of sounding super pretentious, everyone else is writing. And I wanted to like give them like different material.
Yeah.
So I did that.
Exciting. I also have a writing goal, but it's more vague. I already kind of do this, but I'm gonna do it more. But I just like always want to be writing something because, like, I don't know. I noticed I have a lot of different creative outlets, and I just like want to keep writing and like, whether that be like, an article for unpublished or like journal entries or music or anything. I just always want to be writing. And then like, because it's so nice to have different outlets, and like if I'm bored of one, then I just want to do the other, and I always want to be writing in some capacity, no matter what that is.
I think my favorite thing is like listening to like the new like songs song snippets you like wrote. I love listening to
Oh my
those.
God, thanks.
Also, Han has an article coming out sort of soon. If you
Oh
wanna
yeah.
plug her, because I think genuinely this might be my favorite thing you wrote like ever.
This is my new favorite thing that I've written too. It was really fun. So I write on the film staff for Unpublished, and they like changed their format, and so we have to like formally pitch things now and like give 3 different article ideas, and then they pick. And this month they picked my pitch to like write an article about Soul, like the Pixar movie. It's on Disney Plus if you want to watch it, and it was just very moving for me. And I try to take a different approach. It's kind of because of the fact that it's an article. I didn't know how to interpret, like how to incorporate narrative, and so I tried it with this one because I just like it gave me the right, I don't know, this one just like gave me the right avenue to like try it. And so it's just about, there's like this okay, basically Soul, if you have not seen it, just like the baseline thing is just like appreciating your life and like seeing little things that make life worth living. And it was just like, so it's explaining that, like a moment in the movie that shows that, and then getting into like this like narrative of one of my own moments that was like that like made me appreciative of my life. So but yeah, and I don't know that it's great, but the reason that I like it, I notice like my favorite things that I write are always when I write about people that I know and like friends and stuff. And I wrote a little bit because I watched that movie with Matt. So I think for some reason when I write about people I know and friends, like I just write better. And I think because I was writing about a friend as well, like it made me write a lot better. So
Yeah, I love it so much. I know you were worried about like the whole narrative aspect, but I haven't watched Soul and it really resonated with me. So Oh my God, I love this so much. I can't wait for it to come out, like genuinely.
Thanks. Oh my God, I love Lore's. If you've not read it, it's on Unpublished. It is, oh my God. It's like, it's based, oh my God, it's just like about her hesitance and what is the word? Like dismay towards like religion. And it's just like really great. And it's just so good. You should read it.
I'm just very excited we're like writing together. I don't think I'd be as motivated without like you writing with me.
Me
Like,
too.
I don't know. I like seeing what you put out, and like it makes me want to put out things that are like equally good. I'm like I gotta catch up. But
No, I feel like that about you. I like it. It's a good motivator.
Han is like, she got on staff so much quicker than I did. Like
that's only because I like thought to do it first. Like that's not like, it wasn't because like we were starting at the same time. So
you're also very incredibly talented, and I'm glad. Sometimes I feel like it sounds so cocky, but do you ever like work with someone who you feel like you're not like evenly matched with, whether that's like you're way worse or you're like way better?
Yeah.
And it's very hard to either keep up with them or like to like drag them along.
Yeah, you just don't feel as driven. But when you're like matched in the same, I think we're pretty evenly matched. Like I don't think it's like I don't feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like weird about us writing in the same and the same time. I don't know how to explain that, but
and like this is one of my negative traits. I get weirdly competitive with people, and I don't feel that way with you, which is like something I like. Like I feel like that is definitely one. I have many toxic traits, but that's one of them.
Me too. I have a lot too. I noticed that I actually am I've been saying on the podcast that I'm not, but I am. I just like internalize it. Like it's just like not. Yeah. So I'm retracting any other time that I've said that I'm not competitive. I am. I think I'm just quiet about it. Yeah, I don't feel competitive about it either. But that's like what I like about art. It's like, what are you going to be competitive over? Your personal experience, you know? It's like really nice that there's not much to like be pit against in when you're just writing.
Yeah. I don't know what I've said about my competitiveness on the podcast. I probably said at some point I like to deny it sometimes, or I often take like I remember at one point I said like I don't like the competitive nature of like law, but that's more because it deals with like people's freedom.
And, yeah, because like it shouldn't be competitive in that.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I do have a lot of like very internalized competitiveness, but I try to like put it in perspective and be like, well, everyone can have this. But if it's like something that I know that only like if it's like between like me and 5 other people and I know only one of us can have it, I'm very competitive in that sense. But if it's like an everyone can have this kind of thing, I'm not.
Oh, interesting. No, yeah.
Not as, I guess.
One of like my biggest like person turnoffs, like I just don't like this in anybody, is like jealousy. And I've been trying to, so like the repulsion that I feel towards jealousy, I'm trying to attach to like me being competitive. Because jealousy is just insecurity and competitiveness. I don't know, because I think like when I'm competitive and then somebody does better than me, I get jealous. So I'm just trying to like tie those together in my brain, because then maybe it'll like help me cut it, like stop it, or like try to like squash it a lot earlier. But yeah, that's just one thing that I just try to be a better person, you know?
Same. That's the goal this year, is be less like rough as a person. I've decided, I've realized I've said a lot of things on the podcast that I'm like, this feels very problematic of me. And like,
me too, yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to get better at things as a person and be like more okay with being, because I'm wrong a lot. I feel like I need to be like more okay with being wrong about things. And like, I don't know. That's like a goal. That's like just an out there goal.
Yeah.
And I realize nothing we've said on the podcast has been like ridiculously problematic, but it like plays over and over again in my head. I'm like, oh, I wish I could.
No, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I've been trying to be more intentional about how I speak. Just like focusing on this year, I'm trying to focus on communication, just in all aspects. Because then if you're like aware of yourself and you're trying to communicate like honestly, then like I feel like you can like up a lot less, you know?
Right. That's what I'm working on. On the podcast, I'm like, I feel like I just like speak to speak sometimes, and then I'm like, I didn't mean that. Like,
No, yeah, me too. I'm also trying to in tandem with like working on communication, I'm trying to work on listening because like I feel like listening is like 80% of it. And if you're like not a good listener, then like it's just not a cute trait to have. So
I also appreciate, I know you like, you'll be like listening to the recording, you're like, oh, I interrupt you or whatever. First of all, I interrupt you way more, I feel like. And also I really appreciate you like saying like or like things like that, because I feel very reassured. I don't like when people are quiet while I talk. I feel like very insecure. I'm like, I like when people like not talk over me, but like are like, I agree, or like they throw something in that makes me feel comforted.
Interesting. Yeah. I get really self-conscious when I've been talking like with no like just like uninterrupted for a very long time because I feel like I get really like I feel like I've been talking too much and I need someone to like interject a little bit and like ask me questions maybe or like be like so that I don't feel like I've been like just speaking like to a wall, you know? So that's nice. I was actually just talking Matthew is taking some like communications class, so he's been very like you know,
He's very into it.
He's very, very into it. And a lot of it has to do with, I think it's interesting too, actually. I'm glad he tells me. But one of the things that he gets into is like the difference in how like men and women communicate. And he asked me a question of like, in your relationship, did you or your partner talk more? And I thought about this and I was like, this is a good question. And this is not to drag anybody. I was just like actually thinking about it. But I answered that I think I collectively talked more, but I will say that like I think I spent more, but like I feel like when they were talking, like I spent more time in silence, like listening, and I felt like when I talked a lot, they would interject a lot. So I feel like I collectively spoke more, but I also feel like I spent a lot of time in silence with that person. So like I don't know, just thinking about, I'm just like mulling things over in my brain of like, what is, I don't know, like what is good listening? And it's like, it's not when you, like, I've been trying not to interject too much into people's, because I usually interject and like derail the conversation. And like sometimes that's nice, but like not, I don't know, I'm trying to be better at like recognizing when my friends need me to just only listen.
So. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm also very bad, very, very bad listener.
No, you're not.
I think it's like I don't retain things that well. Well, it's different when it's you because I talk to you all day, every day. Like,
okay.
Like I never like just I never shut up. I'm like there's not a single point in the day where I'm not leaving Han an audio message or like a text or FaceTiming her for 7 hours out of the day.
Me too.
Which is insane. Because I never thought like I'd be doing that with a person.
Oh, me too.
Because I didn't have that experience before you. Like I did not really like call my best friend from high school until like well into when I moved to New York.
No, yeah, me too. I didn't have friends like that I could like talk to. And like, you know, it would be a problem, except that like we never run out of things to talk about, you know? So like it doesn't bother me because like if we were just, I feel like I don't call people because I know that the cycle is going to continue and we're just going to like say the same things. So that's kind of what stops me from calling people. But I never feel like that with you because we're always interesting. We are the most interesting people that I know.
I think it's like a duo thing because I don't think I was this interesting before. I consider myself interesting. I'm gonna say it. So like I think I'm an interesting I'm just trying to also speak it into existence that I will be interesting.
You are an interesting person.
I think you are too. That's why I'm convinced, like, I see you, since I didn't know you in high school and you insist that you weren't popular, but I see you as popular in high school. And like, I just think you're like the most interesting person.
I think you are, but that's like great, you know, because then I don't have a problem with talking. I don't have a problem with talking to you all the time because like I've never been bored, so it's fine.
That's like kind of wild because we've talked forever. We talk about like things that I didn't talk about with like my old friends though. Like you're okay with me harping on a movie for like a couple hours, or like why I often sort out my feelings with you, like why I like or dislike something. or like why I like something but like don't want to engage with it or something like that.
Yes.
And I'm like, I put it all on you sometimes.
No, that's nice. It's like it's like a safe, like there are some people
Mhm.
where like I feel pressured to like have good ideas around them.
Mhm.
And for you, I don't feel like that. So like I have the freedom to like sort out how I'm thinking, like what I'm thinking before I can like decide on what it is. Cause I don't feel like I'm gonna like mess up or something. It just feels like safe and I can just say whatever and sort it out or like take
I
it back
like
later.
Yeah, I like that we can like retract things. And I often forget that like people who listen to the podcast don't necessarily listen to every single episode and they don't hear us very frequently retract things.
Yeah.
So I'm
Amazing.
like, I wonder people who have listened to like less than half the episodes or maybe half the episodes, I'm like, they probably have a very different like, like idea of us.
Of like how we are. Yeah, it's changed. I think that's so nice. It's so nice like that we have like obvious our changing documented. It's nice and it's
Because it's been
good.
6 months. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
And that's good. Like
Uh-huh.
I would hate to like pop out at the end of a year and think that I feel the same. That's my biggest fear.
And in the beginning, I felt like I was hitting my good phase. It was when I first dyed my hair pink. Like I
Yeah.
was like really getting into like I just felt different. And I like so badly. I was thinking about this recently. I had like this giant panic where I was like, I need to go through every single podcast episode and like highlight anything problematic I said. Like I
Mhm.
don't know why I did that, but I had this giant panic.
I
And I'm
remember.
like, no, it shows that you are growing as a person. Nothing you
Mhm.
said was like bigoted. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm really comfortable. Not that we have like fans or whatever,
Mhm.
but like I'm really comfortable watching people I like make mistakes or like say things that are like a little off because I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, I also do that.
Mhm.
But I'm also
Oh yeah.
trying to do that less this year. Like I'm trying to like think about things before I say them. Um,
Me too. Yeah. I
yeah.
think that's a good thing to just like because it'd be like shitty if we were like, no, I'm done in that department.
And
So
then
it's
like
like good. Yeah, it's good that like we're constantly
Mhm.
getting better and actively thinking about it. One of my other resolutions is to post more pictures of me on my Instagram, which means I'd have to take more pictures of myself because it's like the most depressing thing. There have been a couple times where like for like the show I'm in, they're like, oh, we need pictures of you. I'm like, I have nothing to show. I literally have none. Like, and it's like because I would avoid it.
Mhm.
And I'm just trying to stop thinking that I'm ugly in 2021. That's like a nice thing. So I've been
Mhm.
posting pictures of myself. There's some it like eats me up alive. Like I want to delete it so bad, but I don't because I'm trying to like train myself to just be okay with it. Um yeah, so that's one of mine.
Mhm. That's a good goal. I have a hard time with that as well. If you, I don't know if anyone really follows my Instagram. I archive everything.
It's true. It
There
makes me
are at
mad.
most 3 pictures on my account at all times.
I don't like that. I get so mad. I've been starting. At first, I was like, well, because I think I was being safe around you. It's like, I can't get mad. But now I think I have the freedom to be like, bitch, where did it go? Remove it from the archives.
I do that so frequently, and it's because it doesn't fit my aesthetic, or it's just like, but why though? You know what I mean? I'm like, I need to stop doing that. And at some point, recently, I haven't done it. The only things up are a picture I took in a gas station
I like that one. No,
at
you
like
removed
3 a.m.
you removed
and then a
one
picture of me and
recently.
Han because it
Yeah,
was her birthday post.
you removed one recently that I was like mad. I was like, where did it go? Where did it go? Put it back. But yeah, now I've decided I'm gonna come attack you every time you archive something.
Amazing. Hold me to that because I think I'll be okay if I can just have an interesting feed. I feel dull or like ugly or boring. And
Mm,
I don't want to feel like that or have people perceive me like that, so I archive it. But looking back, I'm like my like first couple posts were like very political that I didn't delete. I like archived them because I deleted every other post. Like the furthest back I have, it was probably like 16, like turning 16. Yeah, something like that. And which is still pretty far back, I guess. But they were like good posts. They were like one was me like making a speech And and
Ooh.
like the video clip I was really proud of it. I don't know why I archived it. But
No.
I think about it all the time because the lady in the back that was live streaming it kept going. Every time I said something.
That's funny.
That she agreed with, and she obviously it was a town hall for gun control. She was there because she agreed with things, and she's
That's
live
funny.
streaming it because she felt passionate about it. But I think
That's
about
just
her
funny.
all the time. I love that woman. I did not meet her.
You have a
but
hype woman.
the
How great.
silent support, beautiful.
Amazing. No, yeah. There are some posts that I posted about Black Lives Matter that are up, and it's not that I have forcefully not deleted them, not because they're like bad or anything. I left them up because it's something that I believe in, and I'm not going to remove it under any circumstances. But it's more that I just think like I was thinking aloud, and I wish I'd fleshed out my thoughts a little bit better. So I'm like a little bit embarrassed about what I wrote because I feel like now I could say it a lot better. But like you know what I mean? Like but I don't want it to look like I've just gone back to normal. Trying to make like a very active effort. So I've been leaving it up. Of course, I'm gonna leave it up. I'm not considering removing it, but I do feel like a little bit embarrassed about those posts, just because like I just like want it, but like but also at the same time that's okay because like I don't know. I just like want to. I don't know, but anyways, that's just something that I've been thinking about.
No, I agree. That's how I feel about. I made a lot of Finsta posts at the time because again, I archive everything. But I was mostly posting on my story.
Yeah.
I made like quite a few like really angry and not like thought out posts where I was like, this is upsetting to me and here's why. And like
Me too.
I was trying to address specific people that had followed my Finsta. And so I was talking about, I was like, if you haven't been following like pandemic protocol and you like support Black Lives Matter, you have no reason not to be at the protest. Because I knew a bunch of people on there like weren't following protocol, and that was the excuse they were using not to go.
Awful.
And I was like, well, I know you've been to parties, so like,
so just say you don't care. It's a lot easier,
right.
you know.
Obviously, I purged a lot. I unadded a lot of people that don't. I mean, they were like Democrats, but they didn't feel the same as me. Or like I didn't know their political leanings. And I realized like I had a Trump supporter following me who I immediately removed because she was probably just making fun of me or whatever.
Bye. Yeah.
But she also let me follow her Finsta. So like, I don't know. She posted something like responding to like a vote bot. And she was like, weird, like Trump is your president. I'm like, that is a bot. So I removed her very quickly. I removed someone who's been pretty silent, but then I found pictures of her saying the N-word, like on Twitter, and I screenshotted them. I was like, if you would like to speak up on the wrong side, maybe I'll share these with your school. I don't know. But
wonderful.
Yeah, I was like, but when I posted, I was just like very angry, and like I accidentally made this girl who I really admire feel really bad. And like I know she was like, I just didn't go because like I had work or something like that. I'm like, oh, that wasn't like targeted at you, but I made you feel really badly about like having work. And obviously I knew she supported, Black Lives Matter, but I was like, I was like, okay, maybe that wasn't the best use of my energy, because I don't think anyone who was skipping out on it and not following like the like what's the word? CDC guidelines. Holy shit, I couldn't remember.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew they weren't reading it. So like what I did wasn't productive. So I think about that a lot. I'm like, it's my Finsta, I could take it down, but that's how I felt in the moment. And I'm like, it's like a learning experience, I guess. Like maybe don't be that angry about something that isn't yours. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, dude. California right now is so bad COVID wise. It is absolutely awful. LA, you walk outside, you get it. Yet it seems like a lot of people are still going out. My county's really bad. We're in like, I forget what like the levels are called, but we're like, there's like something that you can use to like see like what level your county is at. And we're like in like a critical level, and people are deciding that like it's been long enough. So they're just like pretending like it doesn't exist. But I am under a lock. Yes, James Charles.
Charlie Kelly.
But it's like people that I know, it's like, it's crazy. We're under a lockdown right now. My county is. So we're not supposed to be doing anything recreational in the slightest. It's insane. It's really crazy that people are just hanging out.
It's hard when it's people you know too, and you have to like distance yourself from them. And like, thankfully, I've hung out with one person two, since it's started. And obviously outside of family, I live with my family. And like occasionally we do visit my grandparents because they live like down the road. But we wear masks, we keep our distance. I know it's not foolproof, but like we do try, and that might be a little problematic of me to like go see my grandparents, but anyway,
I think it's okay.
I've seen like I like have been recently very much like overanalyzing everything I do. But
I think it's good that you're wearing your masks. That's like the best thing that you can do, and like staying distance from them.
Yeah, but like I still like, I'm like, what if I like accidentally gave it to them at some point? Like you know what I mean? Like you could never get rid of that guilt.
Yeah, that's scary.
I've hung out with two people. One of the like people was once, and we did not hang out again after that. And then one has been like the person that I semi-regularly hang out with, and we usually just go get Starbucks and sit in a parking lot and talk and like just decompress. And I know that she's like very safe in terms of like the place she works is obviously she needs to make money. Like we can't just, I wish I could just like not have my job because I get nervous. Because I work at a school.
I don't know, just bottom line, don't go out, stay home, get your vaccination when you can, and don't be
I might be able to get
a little shit about it.
I'm very excited about it.
Oh, excited. I think my dad.
Through my work. It's through my work since we work for like at a school. But I don't know if I'll be able to get it because like I wasn't there on the sign-up day. And like I'm also not a full-time employee. I'm a substitute. They like have me when they need me. But it would be really nice. So I'm gonna ask about it and hopefully see if I can get it.
Yeah, my dad just found out that he can. I don't like not like schedule it yet, but I think I don't know. It's like means like relatively soon, and then I think I should be after him, like sometime after him, because I am immunocompromised. I take medication that like lowers my immune system, so I don't know what that's gonna do for me. It's not really a medication that I can hop on and off of, so that's kind of, but I don't know. I should be soon after, which is nice. And I'm just excited. I am dreaming of the day that I am vaccinated. I am so excited to be vaccinated. Holy shit.
I mean, I know it's not like the end all of it, but
it'll make me feel a lot better.
Yeah, it'll make me feel more comforted, like knowing that I have like the antibodies. Did I say it? To like fight it off.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot more comforting.
Generally comforted. I'm not a big fan of needles, but I find like comfort in vaccines for some reason, because I'm like, now I'll be like better or stronger if I get sick.
No, yeah, it's great. Yeah, I've never been too scared of needles. Like now at this age, I'm pretty much chill with them. I don't mind. It's kind of fun.
That was my big fear. The way I like got over it was forcing myself to donate blood.
That's insane that you just like decided to like not have that fear anymore.
That's how I decide not to have most fears. I'm like, you're gonna do this and you're not gonna be scared.
I love that about you.
I haven't been able to get over my like puke fear. Because a kid from work like puked like when I was with them. I was like I was gagging. I was trying so hard not to, and I had my mask on, so like obviously people couldn't really see, but I like didn't want anyone to know I was gagging. So I was like swallowing down the noise.
Oh my god.
I didn't want anyone to know. I was like, that's embarrassing. You can't handle like a little vomit.
That's funny. I don't have that particular fear. I am a disgusting vomiter though. The way I puke, like I sound like I'm dying. Like it sounds like the devil is being like drawn out of my body. It sounds like an exorcism is going on. I can't like puke quietly. Like it's loud, you know?
Can I tell you the best compliment I've ever received at like a party? So I was throwing up. I believe it was my senior year. was one of my friend's 18th birthday party. Yeah, it was my senior year. It's one of my friend's 18th birthday parties. I was throwing up in the bathroom, and this one girl told me, she goes, "You are such a quiet puker."
Oh, that's so nice. I aspire to be like you.
I'm a very quiet puker. There was one instance where I was very loud, and the same girl told me I was very loud. So at least I know she was honest, but I knew I was being loud. She's very honest with me, but
wonderful. No, yeah.
For the most part, quiet puker.
Wow, I'm jealous. I just like sound awful. Like it just sounds like this, like I am going to die that day. Like I wish I could be quiet about it. I just like can't. Like I literally try to be quiet and then I just like it's so
Can I say something gross that
yes, I love
that I
things.
might regret saying. There was this one time I was staying over someone's house, and this is how I know I'm a quiet puker. I said I had to go to the bathroom, and I threw up. I came back. Yeah. Nothing.
Oh my God, good for you.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, they had to have known.
That is so sick, like in a great way. Like that is wonderful.
Disgusting, because I
love gross things.
I rinsed out my mouth, but it's not like I had like gum or a toothbrush. Like I was just staying over someone's house. I didn't really anticipate it, and I guess I did a little, but I didn't like bring anything with me other than like my phone and a charger.
Oh my God.
And like that's disgusting of me.
No, I love gross. I don't think I've gotten to talk about this on the podcast. I think everyone should be a little bit gross. Everyone needs to be gross. Like
I think so too.
Yeah, it was like one of my like midway through 2020, I decided to just stop being like worried about it, and it's like a continuing resolution to just stop being worried about it. I think like obviously you don't want to be like absolutely disgusting. Like you need to wash between your ass cheeks, like
Like
men.
I can smell your hole from here.
Yeah, like you need to be clean a little, but like I love a good little burp. I love I love like things that are just like a little bit gross. I think it's great.
Sometimes there's the occasional fart, and I really appreciate it.
I don't mind like a little toot. Yeah. But like I don't want to feel like you shot yourself.
Hannah and I, when we're FaceTiming, we usually mute ourselves.
And then one time, like I like did it. No. One time I muted myself and then I farted and I came back and then you told me that you were gonna do that. So we farted at like the same time. It was great.
That happened. That was so cute of us. And we like looked in each other's eyes and farted.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, yeah. You know, it's stuff like that. It's like a little gross. Like maybe if we were sitting right next to each other, I'd be like but like it's FaceTime. Who's gonna get hurt? No one. I
think it's romantic.
Yeah, it's sweet. But yeah, everyone be a little bit gross, especially if you are a girl worried about what boys think of your hygiene. Don't worry about it. They're disgusting. Like, don't even worry about it. It's fine. I used to be so concerned.
Me too.
I was like, they're gonna think I'm so gross. No, they're disgusting. Don't worry about it. They're just absolutely disgusting.
I feel like men generally have found me hotter since I just started burping everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's like a comfort thing or like a confidence thing. I think it does something.
You have to have a lot of confidence to burp really loud in a library, which I've done.
Amazing. Yours are so wet. Your belches are so wet. It's great.
Amazing. I like that one quote that was like, be gross and take up space and all of this. It was like longer than that, but I really liked it. And I'm like, you know what? I will be doing that. Like, not like so gross that it's like a problem.
Yeah, like you don't need nobody gagging around you or anything like that. But like there are some things that slide because they're human things. It's fine, you know?
I'm like, men get away with this. I'm going to do this.
Also, okay, I know some people are opposed to like eating noises, but I like when people talk with their mouth full a little bit. I'm thinking more like a pizza. Like I don't want anything like really gross in my face or anything, but like I love like a little chatty chat when you're just like when your mouth is full. It's nice. It's cute.
I do that sometimes. It's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. I personally like. I know some people just don't like the mouth noises, but I'm okay with them.
My like family's mouth noises bother me, but no one else's does.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Which is like really hypocritical of me.
Yeah.
Oh, I also, you had mentioned you want to take more like Instagram pictures. I wrote, take so many pictures with Han because we have we have pictures together.
Yes.
I hate them all. There's a couple that are like tolerable.
But even then, they're not that great. Like,
and we look so different than we look now because I mean, we're still like, it's not been that long. We've known each other for like a year.
mm-hmm.
Well, a little over a year.
But we just look really different.
We look insane. We look so young. And I feel like there's a lot of like changing in your first year as an adult.
Oh, yeah.
You look very, very young.
I think I got prettier.
I think we're prettier.
Thank God. I've never said that about myself. So I'm trying here. I'm trying to be pretty this year. Or not like.
But I thought you were pretty when I met you. But like, we appreciate.
Yeah. I want to believe it. You know, this year I'm just tired of like not thinking I'm pretty. It's not fun. It's not a fun existence. But yes, I also you wrote the sweetest thing in my like birthday letter, which I'm not like nothing embarrassing, but like I just
was like, what did I write?
No. You wrote like I want to take like you said something like I want to take so many pictures with you, even if we don't like them. It's so sweet. But yeah. I also this is always my resolution, but like I take more videos and more pictures because I always at the end of every year I regret that I didn't take enough, even though I try so hard to take so many. So it's always my resolution to take more because I never regret having them. I only regret not having enough. So
yeah.
Oh, okay. Another one of my resolutions is I'm trying to diversify my music this year. I listen to a lot of white women, not on purpose, but just like accident, like I just happens to be, which is not a problem, but I need to listen to more like people, like women of color. And I've just been trying. So also more queer artists. But yeah, at this point, it's like sad and embarrassing that I don't listen to enough. Like for me, just like not, I mean, really for everyone, but like just it bothers me that I don't listen to enough Asian people.
Can I make a recommendation?
Yes.
Okay, so you probably know who this is already, but I'm a little bit like late to the trend. I'm consistently late to trends.
That's okay.
Please no one come for me. But is it Mitski?
Yes. I don't know how to say her name, but yes.
It's either Mitski or I think it's Mitski because that's how I've heard some people say it on TikTok. But then people on TikTok are like consistently wrong. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
I only know one song by
she's on a lot of my like Girl Are You Okay playlists.
Amazing.
But she did like the Strawberry Blonde song that was like
that's the only one that I know, but that one goes hard.
Class of 2013 is so like it's very mommy issues, and hi mom if you're listening. I listen to it when like if I get in a fight with my mom that like hurts my feelings, and it's about like, to me, I know like songs can be interpreted differently, but it's about just like longing for your mother's affection, like the way it was when you were younger and things like weren't complicated.
Okay, that hits. Wow.
It's so good. I know that's like a popular one. I know like I haven't listened
to a lot of songs. It does not matter. Songs are popular because they're good.
Right. I'm gonna stop being embarrassed about liking popular things.
That was one of my resolutions. Just like let people like things and like the things that you like and don't think about it. It's fine.
Right. Yeah. I also listen to Me and My Husband a lot, which is like, you probably heard that one on TikTok too.
No. Or maybe I have, I just didn't know.
Super popular songs, which is like not embarrassing of me. No,
it's nice.
I've heard her best album is Puberty too.
Okay. Yeah, I'll listen to her. I've been trying really hard to diversify my music and like in every way, genre-wise as well. Oh my God, I made one of my favorite playlists ever the other day. It was like because I wrote my article about soul, and then I went and made a playlist like inspired by that, especially because there was some music in the soundtrack that was really good. So I took some like my favorite ones from the soundtrack and put it in the playlist, and then like a bunch of other ones that just gave me that same vibe. And it's kind of just like serotonin inducing music, a lot of 70s, and then also some like jazz stuff. I'm trying to listen to more jazz. But so good. Please, anyways, if you follow me on Instagram, I'll probably promote it on my Instagram. It's just such a good playlist. It's like over 2 hours, and it's a vibe the whole way. But yeah, that's one of my resolutions.
Amazing. I'm trying to see what else I have.
Do you have like a final one to like wrap us up? You each give like a final.
I have a couple. Most of these are just like random.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna read them off real quick because
Yeah.
Oh, this is like my big one. Get published in at least one like notable quote unquote. I always say quote unquote for like the listeners.
Yeah.
Publication because I
Yes.
have gotten rejected from quite a few, and
Mhm.
my workshop professor gave me advice on gave everyone advice on how to like write cover letters. Turns out I was doing it wrong, and how to like submit your pitches and like
Oh, how fun.
I guess like you're supposed to normally you can like link it, but she's like in your email the editor and then copy and paste your piece like right below it. So they're
Oh,
forced to read it.
to look at it. Yeah. Oh, so good.
Which is like really good advice on her part.
That is good advice. Amazing.
But also the cover letters require a lot more research than I was putting into them. And that's like there's just this one piece that I know could be like it's my favorite thing I've ever written. And I just like
I think I know. Is it No Outlet?
Yeah, I really like that one.
My favorite too. So
And
good.
For some reason, to me, it doesn't fit Unpublished or Lithium's vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, there were a couple other places, they rejected me.
Okay.
And it's really hard. Like, I'm not good at taking rejection. So I'm going to get that piece published somewhere.
Yes, you are. So good. My favorite thing.
Thank you. I want to go skydiving with Han. Han brought that up though, so that's hers.
I would love to go sky. That's been like one of my life goals, period. But it just hasn't been the right person or the right time. So I'm waiting for it.
It's gonna be us.
This year. It's us. Yeah.
I also want to get 2 more tattoos. I keep saying I want these ones and I thought about them for a really long time. But like I just when I get the money to do it, I spend it on something else. I'm just gonna start getting them.
Amazing.
Be a groupie. Just for someone. Doesn't matter who. Preferably a small band. Watch a movie on Hand's projector.
Ooh, yes. I got a projector for my birthday, and it is like the best thing that's ever happened to me. You literally just like lie down and put it on a wall. It's great.
I want to do that so badly.
We will.
Then I want to like study some like political theory like outside of class because I am dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And like I identify with a lot of like leftist like rhetoric, but I don't know anything. Like I have nothing to contribute.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get better at that. See several
Amazing.
states. I just want to, even if it's like still like not safe to travel, I just want to like drive somewhere and like be in nature and like
Yay.
at home. It can be like neighboring states. But if it is safe, I want to see like a bunch of states. Brush up on my Spanish. I was telling Hannah about how I really liked it in high school, but then like lost my knack for it because like I didn't try after like sophomore year. Get better at consistently journaling.
Ooh,
because
that's a good
I think
one.
it forces my life to be interesting if I have to write something about it.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Amazing.
And then I just wrote eliminate waste for my last one, like plastic waste. Because I'm kind of bad at that.
That's a good one.
Your
Okay.
final thoughts.
Here, I'll speed run the rest of mine. Is that the phrase? Is it speed run?
I think so.
There's like a word. Okay, sorry, I'm doing it again. I've been like forgetting words. What?
Speed through?
Speed through?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind. I don't know what the word is.
Phrase.
I keep forgetting of it. I keep forgetting. Anyways, I want to I'm trying to figure out the ones that I haven't read. Ooh, I want to stop shitting on people for liking things. I have a habit of doing that. I want to watch 75 movies this year. Last year I watched 69 and I was going to watch 70, but then Laura said just wait for next year. And I was like, okay. So 69.
That was my doing. I was like, no, we're going to stay right here.
Right here. No, yeah, genius. Yeah, so this year, 75. It's been my overall goal to get to 100, but also when I achieve 100, I think I'm going to be a little sad because then it's been my goal for like a few years now. So I kind of never want to reach it because I just want to keep.
So many movies.
No, yeah.
One every 3 days.
Oh, but yeah, 75 movies.
More than that.
I don't know. I can't do the math. I'm not even going to try, but
3.5 days, I guess.
I want to read more poetry and then, I want to, this is more like, I've been having a lot of like vague, like woo-woo resolutions, but one of my concrete ones is like once a week at least, I want to go get in my car and get Starbucks or like, I don't know, go somewhere and then park in a parking lot and then read a book or read something, because I did that like last week. I was like reading my poetry book. Oh, book rec. In the event This Doesn't Fall Apart by Shannon Lee Berry. You can get it off of Amazon. It's a poetry book. But I was reading it in my bed, and I was like, this is just simply too special for me to enjoy in my bed. So I got in my car and I parked at a park, and I read the whole thing, and I listened to really good music, and it was just like one of like the best days that I've had in a while. So I like want to do that more, and then also make me read more. So it's really fun. And I want to do more crafts, because I noticed near the end of this year that it makes me happier when I craft. So I'm going to craft more, and I want to wear more cute clothes and slowly, or continue to replace everything in my closet with Depop clothes.
That's how I feel about like thrifting things. And a majority of my closet, like at least my winter wear, is now thrifted or from Depop.
No, yeah, me too. I have a lot of good winter things from Depop.
I can't wait for summer. I also have a couple summer. I have a PJ top I thrifted, and then the strap was broken, and that was the first time I'd like sewn something, like hand sewn something, and made it something I would wear.
Nice.
Other than like this jacket I had made, but it was, or I didn't make it. I like put scraps together. But that was the first time I'd like sewn something. I was like, I'm gonna wear this.
Amazing. No, yeah. So yeah, I hand sewed something over the summer because the straps were too long. But anyways, I think we're well over an hour now. So thank you for listening. I love resolutions. I think it's fun to like hear what people want to get better at. So yeah, good talk. Would you like to wrap us up?
All right. So as always, we have our resource list in the description. I believe we mentioned this in like the past couple episodes, but we did update it. It's always good to remind you that we updated. And then we have our Instagrams, which are at 2BadDecisionsPod and at Shop2BadDecisions. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.